Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Chicago Bears.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now Allen going to back away and call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Allen now on first down. It's caught by Mike Evans. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one 28 yards on the ground. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 23. Allen's throw is complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Nyheim Hines with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get that home. Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
52. Watch the screen. Hey, Mike 52.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. And the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Lock in, lock in. 52. Smooth. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game. What were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Nyheim Hines, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Be ready, be ready. Mike 41, we've got to wedge that, huh? Let's get the ball. Kill.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
From just shy of midfield, Trubisky, 20, 10, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gano the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, this is the reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Runs like that might get him another award.
Yeah, Thunderbolt right out of the gate, huh? How about that, hitting the defense hard early? And, of course, carrying the momentum from last week into this week's.
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
180!
52 right here. 52.
Red, up!
52. Mike 52.
Hey, Haywood!
Tackle. Mike 52, Mike 52.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
On third down, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward.
Check 52's the Mike. Check.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On first down, Hines, and he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Now a give, right side. It's Hines. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a give, right side. Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Nyheim Hines, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, 4-1's Mike, 4-1's Mike.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now it's Trubisky. They set up the screen to Chubb, and he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Shaquille Barrett. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Nyheim Hines on on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They go with Chubb on second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Bears on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. A run for Nick Chubb, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
18.
41's coming. 41's the mic. Go. Go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Gerald Everett is tight end, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
They're running it.
Allen going to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, dude. Mike, check. 59.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, Foxtrot.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Now Allen being chased out left to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, Make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check 13. Check 13.
Red, up. Blue.
41. Mike, 41.
Hey, Echo.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Here's Trubisky. It's complete to Robinson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb.
You ain't going nowhere.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here.
Joker, 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 Joker. Check, check. First down.
And again, it's Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Go! 180!
Watch the screen. Pass.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. He's got daylight. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb, 76 yards. And the Bears are in for 6. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
64.
Again, it's Henry. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. He finds his target. It's Evans. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Henry running right. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. After the sack on first down, Allen into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. They run it again with Chubb. He's got a first down past the 30, and finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Nick Chubb with his third touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Bears get a bit closer. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. That'll be taken in the end zone. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a give, right side. Hines, he's got the lane, and there he goes. He's at the 30, the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Nyheim Hines with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the second most in a single year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Buccaneers 49, Bears 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
At the 23-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check, check. Lucky.
They run. Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Watch the edge.
A toss play to Chubb. Finding room at the 30. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They toss it left side to Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter.
53. Got one.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
41's the mic. Check 41.
Now Trubisky. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
18. Hey, Charlie.
Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's going to be sacked back on his side of the field at the 44. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Done.
You tighten up.
Middle.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
6-6, pull it high.
SOS.
Alert.
SOS. 25, check 25.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He completes it to Evans. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer 1st. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And this is caught by Evans. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Coming to you. Say, all 52. Under 10.
Now a give, right side. Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. They run again with Hines. Oh, good move. But he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And he will not make it to the goal line as this try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches, be honest, don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Now Chubb, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Trubisky will throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it was a game they really needed as they drop back.
That's 20 goons and ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm on. They left